Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to Squared Circle Society and our XPW. I hope you die post-show. Todd, how goes it?
And it's also our 100th episode.
Our 100th episode of SCS, that is right. Yes.
The other ones were almost at 1,000, so yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing tonight, Todd?
Doing good. Just finished some XPW.
I know. Desert Eagle tried to short the circuits there, but it didn't stop XPW. I'm sore, and I just watched the thing from my couch. Jesus Christ. Literally Jesus Christ. We'll be getting into that, but so just basic thoughts, Todd. I'd say this might have been the best Jersey show, possibly. Everyone delivered. Not a bad match on the card.
Yeah, I'm trying to think best. It's definitely one of the best Jersey shows, if not the first and the second. It's definitely up there. There was spectacle with Here Comes Revenge, I believe, was the dick spot. But overall show, it's hard to. One match I can't really give full opinions on because of the technical issue, but other than that,
yeah. They fixed that pretty fast. I know that's like the stress level when something like that happens is off the charts, but they rallied. Was I the only one who for just a split second thought he was going to nail his dick to that cross?
No, probably not.
I was like, oh shit, don't do that. But we'll get to that. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. So leading into this show, and my God, I can't wait to be at Genocide in person now. That's going to be awesome. I just wanted to point out that Schlack promo with Spirit in the Sky might be one of my favorites yet. I thought that was some funny shit. And the Tarzan Duran blowjob promo. I thought that was actually pretty funny too. So first match we get into, favorite of the show, former guest of the show, Hardcore Hillbilly taking on Mr. Fantastic and Tarzan Duran. This was awesome. It's always good to see Hardcore Hillbilly get a match, and I thought these three did a hell of a job. Of course, there was an addition. The king of the motherfucking North himself, Dan Math, showing up and killing everyone.
I told you, I wasn't too familiar with them, but he made an impression on me for the first time I saw him.
Oh no, you should be excited. Dan Math is awesome, and he's been around forever. Yeah, I'm surprised you are. Well, I keep forgetting you kind of stick to the Cali scene, but
I'm a West Coast guy.
Yeah,
PW West, come on. Now, ready for the East Coast West Coast War too.
Where are you seeing the Genocide teams after this? Because this kind of factors into the whole show. I mean,
I don't know. With everything up in the air, if Genocide is still the same, plan, you're going to go XPW East versus West, a team, for each.
Yeah.
But
maybe. I don't know. That's the
only thing I can think of right now. If they're doing the team format, and
Of course, that hasn't been confirmed. They could be doing something different.
I wouldn't be. Yeah. Well, we should know soon.
Yeah. Dan Math looks like an absolute fucking beast. That Burning Hammer was just sick. It's always good to see Hardcore Hillbilly get a match. I'm always happy getting to see him work. Tarzan could be fun to watch in the future on XPW as well. And of course, Math picking up the win. Our second match, the National four-way intergalactic death dance. Sexy Eddie, Madman Pondo, the legend Shadow WX. Well, they're all legends. And Green Phantom. Yeah, man. Pray for Sexy Eddie's anus after this match. Jesus Christ. Multiple anal cavity related spots in this one. What did you think, Todd? Have you gotten to check out Pondo in a while?
I think I watched the one, when the other XPW title belt was involved. When they did that thing with Douglas, but other than that, recent stuff I haven't really watched. But
I know you were pulling for him because of the Maniac shirt.
I mean, how could I not? I mean, yeah, I popped for the shirt.
Yeah, no, that whole thing, I was a little surprised. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they can do fire here.
It's not Pomona.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought that might be done now, but always good to see fire. All three of these guys worked their asses off, tons of blood. And I believe this was Shadow WX's first XPW appearance, I believe, unless he was on one of the early Jersey shows and I forgot. But
no, I don't. As far as I know, this is his first.
Yeah. Sexy Eddie sells the cinder block shot to the balls and picks up the win with a split-legged moonsault on Madman Pondo. I really enjoyed this. I like all of these guys, and hope to see them a little more often. It'll be interesting to see where the split kind of lies with some of these guys, but they've all been around forever, and it's always good to see Pondo. I haven't really actually seen him in a while, so it always takes me back. I mean, so many great memories over the years with Madman Pondo, and glad to see him. Glad to see him here. So match number 3, we get Lou Nixon taking on Eric Dillinger. So we love these two guys. I know you don't like the Coolio theme though. I know that's like your one little thing.
It doesn't fit to me.
I know. Well, you know what? It's okay. You might be appropriating a little bit, but
it's not even that. It's just it doesn't really fit the character. Like, yeah, it's the wrong kind of gangster. I think is the problem I have, because he's coming out as a different kind of gangster, more like old school style, not like gangster like West Coast. I mean, so it like throws me off. It's like the wrong.
You saying gangster. He's not gangsta enough for you, Todd?
No. Oh wow, you said it with the A. That's so gross.
Right there.
You better hit that ER when you say gangster.
Damn. Usually you don't do the ER, but yes. So there you go. Todd's got beef. Exclusive. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. You don't like him. That's okay.
No, I don't. The song throws me off.
I don't mind the song. I think that's a badass song. I can roll with Coolio on that one. Yes, I know you can't, but that's okay. I will keep triggering you. So this match was fucking insane. I mean, Eric hitting that Van Terminator into the chair and light tubes, multiple legit holy shit moments in this match. The GTS through the tubes, the guillotine leg drop with the tubes. I mean, and these tubes, god damn, some of them like felt like they were made out of cement throughout the whole night. Yeah, those small ones, dude. I mean, it was like they weren't going soft. They were just bouncing off like a ping pong ball, man.
Those looked rough.
Yeah, there were multiple points tonight where I was watching the show, of course, at home here on my TV, and I was just like, fuck. Like, some of those look like they were really digging in bad. I'm curious to kind of get Kruger's take on that with the tubes, because, whew. there were a few times. We'll talk about it later. One really scary looking tube spot, but yeah, no, these two were legit show stealers. Pretty much every show they're booked on, they're always in the conversation for match of the night. And of course, I'm a big Lou Nixon guy. I do think that he's got gold in his future in XPW. And gets the win, chokes out Dillinger in the ring. And this is definitely a match you should go out of your way to watch. I thought there was a lot of really cool shit in here. And once again, they're in that conversation tonight. Todd, closing thoughts on that match?
It was a solid match. Other than the song, that's my only complaint. But no, yeah, Lou's a new one to me from XPW, and he's really grown on me quick. I look forward to his matches, and it was another great one. Both of the guys did great.
Can my intro be Gangsta's Paradise now? I think YouTube would allow it. You get like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, there's no written rules. I don't want to explain YouTube.
Yeah. Well, you all come on screen and then I'll come out to Gangsta's Paradise every time.
See, the problem with using music like that is when it's live, that's when it'll trigger the blackout gimmick. See, when it's taped and you upload it, it will just recognize that you're using a clip and allow it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to make that happen now. That's one of the great all-time songs, Todd. It fits him. It's awesome. I want him to never change the song. Dillinger, if you're watching, never change that song. Don't even listen to Todd. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it forever. But next up, we have the lovely Kat Martini and Ludark Shaitan coming out. Tessa Blanchard, of course, follows, demands a title shot, and we get a really good match between Tessa and Ludark. Some really good chain wrestling, and it leads to a double pin scenario, potentially, which I'm totally fine with because I'd like to see these two go at it again. And we'll talk a little bit about where that goes. A potential deal cut with Kat Martini at the end there with Tessa, and a lot of cool wrestling. Ludark's gear was interesting tonight. You kind of have to look at it up close. There was like some gory, look like eyeball stuff going on there. Some interesting gear. I'm curious to see Slava's photos up close to some of that because I thought it was unique. I couldn't quite tell what was going on in the long shots. I was just like, oh, well, a little bit RBD there, but like when you zoom in on it, like there's some really cool shit. What did you think of this match, Ted?
Yeah, I mean, this is one we weren't expecting we were going to get. I was surprised. I was like, wow, okay, we're getting it right now. When they were setting it up, I was kind of expecting, a next time scenario.
Yeah.
But no, we got it, and it was another fantastic match from Tessa. From both, I should say, because Ludark's always, the women's champion. But
yeah, I'm not ruling out a possible ladies genocide match. I mean,
I don't know about all that.
We get Lindsay Snow back. I'd love to see Mickey Knuckles. Would be awesome in that. I think you've got enough to do a pretty compelling ladies genocide match, Todd.
One a team, that's good.
Don't like Coolio. Don't like women. You're controversial.
One, I like Coolio and I like women.
Okay. You heard it here. But anyways, I would like to see that though. I actually think they could pull off a pretty badass match. Although we might get somewhat of a mixed match scenario at Genocide.
That's what I said. I'm cool with one a team.
Yeah, that might be it, but I'm cool. I still think they can pull it off. So anyways, the one that that we were eagerly anticipating, although equally terrified about, we had the Razorboard Crucifixion death match for the King of the Deathmatch title. Schlack taking on the Body. Now, first off, we knew this was going to be ugly, and it was. I think Schlack, after he just that fucking power bomb onto the back of Body's neck, I think he needed to do the D'Lo like head bob after he did that shit. Because, like, God damn, how the fuck? I mean, everybody's talking about Kenny Omega taking that move from Will Ospreay. They ain't shit. What? Go back and watch that thing.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. Like, that was like just right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ. What are they going to do to follow this up? I think my pitch is a pinball death match with special guest referee Leo Rossi, because we did briefly have the rainbow dildo introduced, and I still think Tanky's got to search through the tool shed and find that iconic double dong that exists. That's been used in movies. UEW, CCW.
I think it's somewhere in. I think I've located it's where it's at.
Okay.
If so, I will make sure it goes to the next show.
I was beaten by 2 Russian lesbians, and that is true. With that double dong, BC Killer, I believe, shoved it in Fern Owen's mouth. That double dong is iconic, and it needs to make its way to an XPW event. It's got to happen. Even Schlack couldn't break that double dong. That double dong has spirit.
I'm sure he could just rip that something.
I don't think he could. I think that the double dong will no sell even Schlack. That is taking a lot of damage, Todd. Nothing's going to stop that double dong. Got to make it happen. People don't have no idea what we're talking about, but that's all true. Lesbians, BC Killer, Fern Owens, that thing's been used everywhere. But anyways, yeah, I mean,
Homeless Jimmy's used it.
Yeah, Homeless Jimmy did use it. Yeah, so it already has like some XPW alumni. So yeah, this whole match was insane. It did feel like they left a little bit, though. I do want to see these guys have another match, but oh, dude, like just they ripped each other apart. I was a little bit concerned because, of course, a guy gets crucified in the match, so that one tube, and this is where we just see these tubes, man. Like, I mean, he was getting whacked. Some of them weren't breaking. He did take a shot right under the chin that looked kind of scary. He's as good as can be, but whoa, gee.
Yeah, that one was just coming down. I was like, all right, that's get him down.
Yeah. Yeah.
He learned his lesson. No more calling out 15 minutes before.
I'm gonna say, and anybody live at the arena can probably confirm this. It's obviously a little different when you're watching at home. I thought it looked like a couple people might have walked out on the cross spot. I can't confirm that, but it felt like, I'm kind of curious anybody that was actually there. Of course, we're recording right after the show ends. Even in the comments, maybe you could comment on that. I know it was controversial back in the day in ECW, and this was a lot more brutal than that. So, yeah, man, this was just absolutely insane. It's great to see Body back in XPW. I'm curious where we go from there. I do want to see this rematch, though.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of match? What stipulation would you do if they had another one?
I told you, pinball death match, special guest referee Leo Rossi.
Okay, we're just going. Okay, I was trying to do.
Yeah, well, maybe that makes more sense for the women or an intergender match.
Well, all I know is if they film an accused style vignette, would like to volunteer to be there to cheer on the pinball scene. Along with all the flesh wound, we will be available.
You wrap the pinball machine in barbed wire. I'm sure we can find a pinball machine. I'm trying to recall what pinball machine it was in that movie, Todd.
Well, if Pugs was here, he would tell you immediately But all I
Yeah.
know is Pug just wants to chant 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've seen The Accused, you know the rest.
You get the reference. But Schlack gets the win, but again, mad respect for Body stealing the show once again. Insane match. Just that power bomb, like it takes a lot. I mean, I've seen every block, just gory, sickening death match you could imagine. That power bomb even made me wince. My neck hurts right now, and I didn't do anything. You really have to go out of your way. StreamXPW.com to check out that match. Like I said, as brutal as it was, I think these guys can even top it again. As scary as that is. So Schlack gets the win there. So our next match, we do have some of the technical difficulties. You didn't miss a ton. You missed there's a couple spots that you probably did miss, but nonetheless, Lucky 13 and Arrow Boy I thought had a banger. Lots of great wrestling, and I mean, how do you follow Body and Schlack? You could call. I mean, this certainly wasn't a cool down match. They were going 100 miles per hour, and some ladder spots, some cool tube spots. Like I said, you miss a little bit during this match, which is too bad. But Lucky 13 and Arrow Boy are still killing it every time. Arrow Boy gets the win. Some really good wrestling here, mixed in with some hardcore. I was a big fan of this one, and Desert Eagle can try and cut the lights all he wants. They got it back. What did you think of this one, Todd?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's hard for me to get my full opinion on this since we didn't really see a lot of it, or well the last half. But what I saw, I liked. I'm hoping I can go back and watch it once they put up the final version. But yeah, what I saw, I liked it. I'm looking forward to seeing the some more of it. I guess
Brian Trash, you do have to go there live, Brian. Let us know. Cynical had some stream issues. Yeah, it was mostly this match. You didn't miss anything in the main. Like it took them, they just fixed it. Then you were good. I had to go back and reload a few times, but yeah. Overall, I'm glad. I was like, oh shit, don't lose the main. Everybody was obviously working really hard and they got it back. I know right now in Jersey, I think it's hot as fucking hell from what I understand. I know several friends from the show in the New York, New Jersey area have just been saying like the heat has just been insane. And those arenas they're usually only so cool. So props to everybody. Also, not just the wrestlers, that goes without saying, but everybody that behind the scenes that put that show on. I've been there before, just trying to set shit up, and obviously you've done it hundreds of times. Sometimes they don't get enough credit. I thought the rings got cleared really well tonight. Everybody was on it and was able to rally through what had to be really hard. And I could see the sweat on everybody. So I know that arena wasn't ideal.
Well, they just got some new air conditioners too. They were putting over. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe that blew some power.
Yeah, maybe.
I saw them posting. I think it was Schlack posting the new air conditioner so they wouldn't have to sweat their balls off tonight.
I'm still going with it. It was Desert Eagle's vibrator that shorted it. It's got that. It's probably a Sibian at this point with Brett would be my guess. And it might take out the whole grid, Todd. It's hot out there. He might take down the whole East Coast. So,
luckily we're on the West. Well, I am. Get to you first.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, Cynical, you're in for a treat when you get to go back. This is a show I will rewatch too. Like I said, if I'm missing any like cool crowd shit, obviously I just finished it, so I'm curious to see everybody's thoughts in the comments if you can't watch live. What we might have missed, what was going on. And with that being said, we'll get right into our main event of the evening. Of course, XPW title on the line. The MAGA Butcher himself taking on Alex Colon, the champion. And yeah, so, going into this, and they fixed everything, luckily, right before the match. It's tough. It's tough main eventing an XPW show because by the time you get to the end, it's like, what do I got to do? Like, what the fuck do I have to do? I mean, you've got the body taking it straight to the throat and not in a good way. Just nearly like fucking bleeding out in the ring. And what can the Butcher and Colon do to match that? And I've got to say, started off with some really nice chain wrestling. We get to see Necro Butcher break out a monkey flip, which was really cool. And then it gets really fucking brutal. I was texting you guys. I was like, man, as cool as it looked, I hate seeing Necro take that fucking sunset flip power bomb to the floor like that. I mean, oh my God. The fact that he can still do that he can beat cancer and go out there and take that kind of fucking punishment is mind-blowing. He legit blows my mind. That guy's a freak of nature and an American treasure.
If they joined forces, they'd have the worst tag team name.
The Necro Colon?
The colon cancer.
Oh,
told you it'd be the worst tag team name. Sorry, I had to.
I mean, MAGA Colon would be interesting.
Sounds like a bad porno.
Yeah. Well, Slava, come on. We were talking on the other show. You need to make Oppenhammer. You got to make that parody happen because I don't think Oppenhammer or Cockenheimer. I think I might like Cockenheimer more, but you can also vote for that in the comments. Do we Oppenhammer or Cockenheimer? I don't know.
Fistenhammer?
I don't know. That doesn't scream Oppenheimer though.
I don't
know. But anyways,
Senecal says Butcher is a legend. His matches with Samoa Joe are classics.
Yeah, we will be talking we have something non-wrestling with Samoa Joe coming up. But yeah, no, I remember that shit. Like, it's been said on the show before, Necro Butcher, it always feels like you're in a fight for your life watching a Necro Butcher match. That guy is so underrated. I mean, obviously he's a great deathmatch wrestler, but he's just a great wrestler, period. His psychology is right at the top. I want to see Necro stay in XPW, obviously, but fuck, even one night only, if AEW had any balls to just do Necro and Samoa Joe one more time. Holy shit, those matches were amazing.
Only if he gets to show up as the MAGA Butcher with the whole gimmick.
Dude. Can you imagine an AEW crowd if he did that? If he did that fucking gimmick?
I want Jasmine, I want Hillbilly, I want Munch all out there, full gimmick. That's the only way that match should happen.
He just locks on a headlock on Tony Khan and makes him sing along. Oh, Tad, we booked the coolest shit. Maybe it's AEW taking on XPW at Genocide. It's possible.
It's easy who wins that. The team with the men.
Or Orange Cassidy versus Schlack.
Okay. There's one Orange Cassidy match I'd want to watch.
I'd love to see Schlack just destroy Orange Cassidy. think that'd definitely be the one I book. Fuck. Anyways, fantasy booking aside, this match was just insane. Really cool tornado DDT spot, I believe through a door, I believe it was, and just tons and tons of blood. Once again, just a wild, insane, out of control, real fight feel, and Alex Colon retains with a little help from Tessa Blanchard. So that adds some intrigue going into Genocide. This was a pretty insane show. I thought it was great. Obviously, we often say on the show we tend to favor the West Coast shows, which we do. But I got to say, this was a fucking awesome show.
Still Team XPW West here, just saying it now.
Still, but credit where credit is due.
I know, I like, doesn't, I'm just preparing.
There you go. XPW TV should be really interesting because
I'm looking forward to this week's.
Yeah, I mean, we're technically a little bit under a month until Genocide. I've got my flight all ready to head down there. I'm very excited. And man, I keep saying it's going to be hard to top this, but I think they will. Any questions in the chat? Feel free to throw them out. I know a lot of people are still coming home from the show, but we've got an insane recording week. So
we thought we'd try out it immediately after versus our normal Sunday. Give it a try since we could, since none of us are there, and give it a shot. If you like it, let us know. If you want us to stick with Sunday after the show, let us know too.
Sunday's always such a stacked recording day. And speaking of which, I know we have Wednesday, of course, coming up, where we've got a lot of new reviews that are highly anticipated. I can't wait to talk about Talk to Me and some of the other stuff we have lined up. I believe, are we announcing the wrestling related guest yet?
The one for August 6th.
Okay, so that's going to be August 6th. Okay.
The one that we were supposed to do tomorrow.
Yes,
that was moved to August 6th. So.
Okay. Are we announcing
let's just hold off.
Okay. But you will see potentially.
I did my tease.
All right.
We have 3 coming up.
3 XPW related guests coming up.
No, 3 SCS guests. 2 are definitely XPW related.
Okay.
So we have one Dane's afraid to come on the show for. We have.
Why am I afraid to come on the show?
We have one Pugs is very excited for. And we have one that is very close to home. So there you go. There's my tease. First 2 are XPW superstars.
I was going to say I know 2, but maybe we haven't talked about the third, I feel like.
Well, this news to Dan. We have, but
I was going to say I'm very, very excited to see. We're talking. Tomorrow. If you haven't listened yet, go listen to our Jasmine St. Clair interview. It pays to listen live because sometimes you get some edits, but little ones. You can also, though, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It all starts at just $1.
No edits on there.
No edits on there. You get it. You get it raw. We go in raw.
And you can watch the madness of an actual behind the scenes taping on our post show when we did the shark exploitation show. Shark exploitation.
Listen to that show too if you're into shark movies. That was a good doc and a fun discussion. Yeah, I get shit just because I don't know who the homemaker is.
It wasn't just us though. I mean, people in the chat were like, "What the fuck?"
I don't know the homemaker, so I'm not cool. Come on.
Well, no, you're not cool, but it has nothing to do with him.
Well, that's fucked up, Todd. What if I show up dressed as the homemaker to California, you can pick me up at the airport, and I'll be dressed as the homemaker. And
So you're gonna dress as a woman?
The homemaker, right? John Cena, whatever the hell that is.
Yes, that's right, Dan.
There you go. I'll do it. We'll go live at the airport when I arrive, Todd.
I'm not picking you up unless you're dressed up as him now.
I'll figure something out. We'll make it happen. Very excited to be back in California. So stay tuned. I mean, again, we're under a month. This is moving along fast now. And so we'll have some live videos. Definitely got to go back to Grill 'em All. Definitely have to take another one of our on-location road trips. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And on that note, gentlemen, thank you so much for watching tonight. We will be back shortly. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do consider giving us a share, because that always helps grow the channel. And we do appreciate you very much for doing that. Follow all the socials, all those links. Our Discord, which is super active. So you do want to check that one out, whether you're a horror fan, wrestling fan, a food fan. It's like, you don't miss anything on our Discord, I have to say.
I got to make like a new outro video, because now I got to change the little fucking Twitter logo to an X.
Oh, yeah. That was weird. Like, I'm always behind on this stuff, and I was like, what? Wait, am I on X videos, or am I on like Twitter right now?
It's like, wrong what? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, I got my phone and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to mute the moans pretty quick. Not cool doing that in the Walmart. Hit the wrong tab.
Totally off topic. I found like a stack of like ECW VHS tapes, like the originals that you used to order from the phone.
Wow.
And they're gonna go on eBay. I'm actually converting them, because like stuff like WrestleFest, the Terry Funk's retirement show, it doesn't have it. You're not gonna see that on the
one
network,
of 12.
Yeah, I want to see that's his first big one, not his first retirement, but his first big retirement show.
Yeah, I will say, like, but wrestling is like the one thing in terms of physical media that I did have to liquidate, just because I was like, I've got way too many movies to hold on to all the wrestling stuff. I swear. I mean, it had to be in the thousands of dollars. So some of that shit's worth something. I mean, not all at once, obviously, but like, shit, dude, I had from floor to ceiling wrestling stuff. I don't have much left anymore, to be honest. I will collect, of course, UEW and XPW.
I never really collected the individual pay-per-views. Like I'd have copies and stuff, like, because I'd record them, the pay-per-view feeds, and they were normally the better, version. But like I'd buy like the big shows, the big four, or the documentaries, and like I like the documentaries, so those I kept and all that stuff. So
yeah, I had like in obscure indie stuff that like I was having like promoters, I mean, that were contacting me because they didn't even have their own shit anymore. Like it was crazy. So yeah. One day we'll have to talk about maybe doing match watch alongs and do some commentary. I think that would be fun for different stuff. But yes, anyways. So I think that's all we got, guys. Thanks again for hanging out with us. And let
us know if we should do it on Saturdays or Sundays.
Yeah. What do you like better?
Yeah, but we'll be honest. Next month, if it's an LA show, it's going to be a Sunday, because we'll be there.
Yeah. So, but you get some pre-videos at least, and you get the live fan perspective. So yeah. Once again, anybody from XPW that listens to this, crew, workers, kudos for putting on an awesome show and what I'm sure had to be rough conditions. Another banger of a show. And we will see you guys next time. Good night for now.
Good evening. All right. I know. We need a better out. You always turn me off when there's no plugs, so whatever. All right, we're out.